So how do we learn to love ourselves? Do you love yourself? Because if not, this video could be helpful to you. This is the long version. If you want the shorter one, you could check it out on my page. So let's get into it. First things first, we want to understand why we don't love ourselves. And really, there's a lot of biological brain functions that have to do with this. They're called neural networks, and they're the things that pretty much build our brain. When you learn the piano, for example, you're building a neural network on how to move your hand in that repetition to play that song. So if you don't love yourself, or you feel that you lack self-love, you're going to want to try and build a new neural network that enhances and reinforces that self-love. First thing to do is meditate. Scenery change. Meditation is going to allow us to quiet the mind so we can stop those patterns from reoccurring and in turn reinforcing those neural networks. If you need an analogy, think of it like a bridge. Every single time you think that thought, you're reinforcing that bridge, you're smoothing that pavement. Once we get our mind to a quiet place, then we can start building a new neural network with I love myself. And this can be done by thinking of things that you love about yourself, journaling. One of my favorites is looking in the mirror and saying the words, I love myself. And if you can't get there, start with I like myself. That's totally fine too. Every single time we do this, again, we're going to be building that bridge and then we're going to be repaving it, reinforcing it, giving it structure, giving it support. Disclaimer, that doesn't mean that old bridge, the old one that says I don't love myself, isn't still going to be there. It is still there, and you might run down that bridge from time to time. But if and when you do, catch yourself and immediately stop and replace that thought with a positive thought. I love myself. This is why I love myself. And feel that emotion. And like I said earlier, a meditation practice is really going to help with this because that practice will allow you to catch those negative thoughts much more easily than if you aren't meditating. So in summary, it's 3 things. Number 1, meditate to catch the thoughts. Number 2, reinforce positive thoughts about loving oneself in different ways. And number 3, it's a practice, baby.